we are going to see how the words are formulated and how they are analyzed. So, for example, we have a word geriatric. Okay, we have a word gynecologist. We have a word pediatrician. We have a word ophthalmologist. We have a word psychiatrist. We have a word orthodontist. We have a word neurosis. We have a word psychotic. And we have a word pedagogy. Okay, these are a few difficult words that we have in English. Okay, how do we crack these words? How do we understand them? One of the ways is to know uh, we have these are the words, and one of the way is to know the root. Okay, what is the root of each word, for example? Okay, so for instance, if we think of this word, the root that we have is gerus. Okay, this is the root, which means old age, which means old age. So geriatric is a word that talks about old age. If you can remember, I told you this IC is normally used for adjective. Okay, when we form a word and in the end there is IC, ick, like we have mechanic. Okay, so mechanic is describing a person who use machines. So geriatric is a person who is old, quite old. Okay, then we have this gynecologist, and if you can remember, gyne is used for women. Okay, and I also told you ist is used for a person. Okay, logi is for study or science. Okay, so gynecologist is a person who studies about women or the diseases or the structure, the inner and outer issues that women have. All such kind of issues are discussed with such person. Then we have a pediatrician. Okay, pediatrician is basically with pedos, PAIDOS, and sometimes it is PED also, which means child. Okay, so pediatrician is with pedos. Okay, like we have nutrition is somebody who talks about, who discusses which nutrients, which food is good for us. So pediatrician is a practitioner, a person who discusses, who talks about all the problems that children have. That is the pediatrician. Then we have ophthalmologist. Okay, we have, for example, ophthalmos, which means ophthalmos is for eye. Okay, so again, ist is there for person, and ophthalmos is eye. Ophthalmologist is a person who deals with the problems of eye. Okay, if you are having short vision, or if you are short sighted, long sighted, if there is any other issue with your eyesight, with your eye, ophthalmologist is the individual we would be going for. Okay, similarly, we have this psychiatrist. Basically, the word is psyche, which means mind. Okay, so psyche is with psychiatrist. Normally, psyche means mind. Sometimes it is also soul, but most of the time it is the mind. So, a psychiatrist, again, a person who studies about mind, who studies how the mind functions. Okay, who sees that there are different emotion and feeling that we have, and those emotion and feelings have certain effect on us. Okay, these emotion and feelings create a certain kind of urge within us, and so we do what we do. Okay, that is psychiatrist. Then we have orthodontist. Orthodontist is basically with orthos. Okay, and there is another word that is odontos. Orthos mean straight, and dontos it with teeth. Okay, so the word has kind of two different pieces. It has ortho and don't, odontus, and ist for the person. So we say that orthodontist is a person who strengthens our teeth. Our teeth are maybe in different shapes. Some are big, some are small, some are coming out, some are inside. So orthodontist is one individual who put braces, on our teeth, who maybe files our teeth, who tries to create a kind of shape, a good shape that looks good on us. If you can recall that all the actors, actresses, models, they have wonderful teeth. Okay, so it's not naturally that they have such kind of teeth. They go to orthodontist, and then orthodontist put braces on their teeth. He files their teeth. He strengthens their teeth. So he makes their teeth in proper shape. The first two teeth are big, a bit coming out, which creates a kind of beauty into that person. So orthodontist is with, like I said, two of the pieces: orthos, straight, and odontus with the teeth. Similarly, we have neurosis. Neurosis is basically with the uh, neuron, which are nerve. Okay, so neurosis is a kind of study in which we talk about some disorder that has been created into our nerves. Our nerves are not in our control. You might have seen when we are angry, really angry. So we kind of lose control of our nerves. We kind of do things that we really do not do when we are in normal state. We throw things, we shout, we yell, we fight sometimes, we hit people, this is all happens when we lose control of our neurons or our nerve. So neurosis is a extreme kind of condition in which the person loses control. So he becomes mentally disordered. There is these neurons. If you have seen the nervous system of human being, you might have seen that all the nerves are coming from our mind, from this skull, and they are moving into all our body. Every move that I do, I put my finger up, I put my hand up, I nod, I shake, I jump. Everything that I do is controlled by these neurons, that nerves that are spread out into my whole body. If somehow my mind cannot control it properly, there is some disorder, I will be a patient of neurosis. Okay, I will have this problem. So, neurosis is like personality disorder, you can say, okay, in which the person cannot control his nerves. Then we have psychotic. Psychotic is from the same psyche, okay, which is mind. And psychotic is a situation which is kind of imbalanced situation of our mind. Neurosis is personality disorder, and psychotic is mentally imbalanced kind of situation. By personality disorder, we mean uh, we what we think, we do not say what we think. That is a minor kind of personality disorder. Okay, or maybe that within you there are a couple of selves that are living. So sometimes you are very shy, sometimes you are very bold, sometimes you don't share your feelings with others, sometimes you share your feelings with others. Maybe your inner and outer are different. I'm not saying that it is a very common thing, but we call it multiple personality disorder or split personality disorder. That within an individual there are more than one self. Okay, in some extreme cases, uh, there is a movie called Split, and that movie they have shown that the character, the main character, has more than 15 personalities. Okay, and he kinds of record each personality. Okay, so when he goes into that particular personality, his tone changes, his mental uh, state changes. Sometimes he's a child, sometimes he's a very grown up man, sometimes he is very mild person, sometimes he's very aggressive, nothing happens with him. So these two are basically with, one is with nerves and second is with our mind. Then we have pedagogy. Okay, pedagogy is with egos. Um, there are like two words. We have one is pedos, like this one. Okay, and the second is egogos, which means lead. Okay, so pedagogy is leading the child, basically. You see, education is where we use this term pedagogy, because education is a system that leads a child to a better way of living. So in pedagogy, we study what are different behaviors of children, how we can control those behaviors, and how we can best lead them. What methods should be used? For instance, uh, currently because of this lockdown situation, all the institutions are closed. So the pedagogy has changed. Now the pedagogy has shifted from manual class, from physical class to a virtual class or online class, as you call it. So that is the change in pedagogy. We are leading by child. We mean actually, because the education starts from very early age, so therefore the term pedagogy is there. But it is with the students actually. So leading students to a better way of learning and improving themselves. Now, see, we have these nine words, and all these nine words are with certain roots. Okay, and if we know these roots, it becomes easy for us to understand and use these words. Uh, and also, if the same roots are used at some other place, you know, we can understand those words as well. For instance, I'm going to give you a few more example. Uh, for example, we have a word like orthodontist. Okay, so orthodontist is with the orthos, meaning straightening, and odontist is with teeth. So, in one way, we have a word which is called, we have a word that is periodontist, and we have a word endodontist, and we have a word exodontist. Now, somehow we know half of the word. If we come across these words like periodontist or exodontist or endodontist, we somehow know that half of the word in each of these words is related with teeth. Okay, so for example, in the actual test, you are given a word like exodontist, for instance, and you have to find the synonym of it. And in the choices, there are words, and those words are describing this one word exodontist, and one of the word is talking about teeth. Okay, the other three are not talking about teeth; they are talking about some other, explanation. Now, instantly, you can guess that if exodontist, if dontist is with teeth, so somehow the option which is talking about teeth will be the correct option. So even if you do not know exo, endo, and peri, if you don't know their meaning, you will figure out the right option just by guessing at this piece of the word. Anyways, like peri basically mean uh, around. Okay, peri is something which is around. So it is around, and also we say surrounding. What is surrounding our teeth? Okay, what is surrounding our teeth? What is around our teeth? Actually, it is the gum. It is the gum which is kind of surrounding our teeth. So we say that periodontist is an individual who specializes in the problems of gum. Okay, because gum is that that's that substance or that part of our teeth which is holding our teeth. Similarly, endo is dealing with pulp of tooth. This is with pulp of tooth, or we say this is with the root canal. Okay, so we say that endodontist is an individual, is a specialized person who is dealing with the issues of pulp of teeth, which is dealing with the root canal, and that is what his specialty is. Exo is out. Okay, so exodontist is somebody who is dealing with the outer issues of the teeth. Now you can see that with this orthodontist, we have three more words, three more difficult words that are dealing with one piece of what we have already studied, that is endodontus, which is teeth. So we have periodontus, the gum related issues, endodontus, pulp or root canal issues, and then exodontus, who is dealing with the outer formation of the teeth. This is like one word and then three, four more words that are related with the same word. Similarly, we have, uh, for example, a word like we talked about child. Okay, we have another of the word that talks about, which is almost the same as our word, but it deals with the uh, foot. We have a root which is called podos, or paus, means foot. Okay, so this pedos and that pedos are different. A common example for this is pedestrian. Okay, pedestrian is a path on which we walk with our foot. Okay, so we say pedestrian crossing. We also say pedestrian, a person who moves on 2 feet. Similarly, we have words like tripod. Okay, tri is with three and pod is with feet. So, for instance, you have some kind of a frame, a stool, or a chair that has 3 feet, or a table that has 3 feet. That will be tripod. Uh, Similarly, we have uh, a word which is podiatrist. Okay, podiatrist is a person who is suffering from, who is dealing with all the problems that are related with feet. He is a practitioner who specializes in diseases of the feet. That is what podiatrist is all about. If you are thinking of try, we have also a word which is octopus. That is POUS is here. Octopus. So octopus is an animal, a sea creature that has 8 tentacles. We may call them feet too. So octo is 8. So a sea creature that has 8 feet, you can say, but technically these are tentacles, but they are more like a feet. They are more like 8 of the pieces that are with that body that the creature has. Okay. Similarly, we have another word of the same nature, which is called platypus. Okay. Plate mean basically broad and flat. Okay. Platypus, P-U-S with the same, P-O-U-S, P-O-U-S, that is the same. P-U-S is the same. And plate is with platis, which is broad and flat. Platypus is an animal that has a long beak, and it has a feet which is like the feet of a duck, okay, which is a flat feet. So platypus is an animal with a flat feet. Because somebody who has this flat feet, we may also call that person the same. We have a word which is called podium. Okay, IUM is uh, it's a place where. IUM deals with a place where. Pod is with the same, podos, that is the same. Okay, so podium, a place where we stand. Generally, podium is a place on a stage. If there is some performance, somebody is going to make a speech, he would stand at a certain place. There may be a dice over there, so it is a kind of designated place where a person stands. Pod is with feet, and IUM with a place. So a place where we stand is called podium. uh, this is how this podos pause is dealing with such word. There can be a lot of other variations too. We have a word like monopod. By mono we mean one. Okay, so monopod is something that has 1 feet. Okay, it is standing. Then we have bipod. Bi mean two. So there are certain structures that have two of the footings, that they are called, like we human being are bipod. We have 2 feet. Okay, therefore we are called bipod. We have polypod. Poly mean many. Okay, so there could be a device, there could be a machine, there could be some instrument that has many of the feet, or like in case of octopus, that is exactly 8. So we have like mono, bi, tri. Okay, we have quadra, we have octa, and we have nano. That are the words that are related with numbers. So how many feet a thing or a substance or a creature or some instrument, some machine has, that will be defined in such a way. So today I have explored a few of the options. There are, like I told you, there are quite a many. Huh? There are at least, in your case, there should be at least 3 to 500 of the roots that you should know. And if you know 3 to 500 of the roots, probably you can understand 3 to 5,000 very difficult words. Words like I have described a few. Okay.